You are standing on the island of lost and confused. You're wondering who you are at this season of your life. You're feeling like you may have taken some wrong steps, and you're thinking that everything that you want is in some future validation, relationship, or success. Let's dial into what's true and what's important today, and let's dial into the opportunities that exist in our life right now. My name's Austin James Haynes. This is Cultivate Conscious Moments. I'll be right back. For now, pause and breathe. Good, glorious morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning. This is the Sunday edition of Cultivate Conscious Moments. My name is Austin James Haynes, and I'm an unexpected poet. I never thought, if you would have told me 20 years ago that you would become a poet, I would have said, that's crazy. There's no, what does that mean? I wouldn't even know what to make of it. But it's an unexpected thing on the journey. And I would venture to say that you, listener, whenever you're going to get this, I trust that the interweb is going to get this in front of the right person. And we just talked about it before the show on my other live stream, that I believe there's seeds in you of things, unexpected talents, gifts, service to others, complete alignment with who you are, dialing into your highest aspirations, what's most important, and living from that place. There's seeds, but only you can awaken them. Nobody can tell you where they are, what they are, how to do it. We can only provide the perspective to help you along your road, to shed some light, to illuminate maybe the path that you're on. Or let's just say this: how many of you just want to illuminate the next step? You want to illuminate the next step, but perhaps you have maybe lost your identity a little bit. Maybe the winds of change blew through and you are wondering, who am I at this juncture of my life? What am I supposed to be doing? And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to share a poem right now. This is not my poem, but it's important for me to share this poem. And this is for you who maybe have kind of lost yourself along the way. You're trying to get back, but maybe you felt like it's in some future moment. Let's bring it home today. Let's bring it home. And before I do that, I want to make sure I'm serving you at the highest level. And the way to serve you at the highest level is to create spaciousness right now. So rather than rush into the content and try to jam it into because your attention span, I understand, but this is the opposite energy. This is not hyper scroll, next. This is now, here, spaciousness, breath, life. Pause and breathe. Give yourself the gift of this moment. Breathe in through your nose. Drive that air down deep into your lungs. Pause. Let that belly expand. Let it come over the belt, just expand out. Spaciousness. Space. Time, space, and grace is the remedy. Please like and share this if this is serving you today. time, space, and grace is the remedy. In a world that's hyper addicted to content, hyper addicted to to-do list, what are you hyper addicted to right now? Can you let that go? Can you let that go? Just let it go. Okay, let's jump into this poem. And by the way, when you breathe like that, you're changing your biochemistry for the better. Scientifically proven. When you breathe deep, fill your lungs, pause, you're instantly changing your biochemistry for the better. So if you want to improve your life, take that deep, conscious breath right now. And I'll keep going. This is a poem called Love After Love. All right, it's by a guy by the name of Derek Walcott. And I learned about this poem through another poet named David White. And it moved me. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life when you ignored for another who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your own life. Wow. Wow. Think of that. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If you like this is how you do it. You just hit the screen. If you like this, I'm having some fun with you. But think about this poem. Think about this external focus that we live in. We're focused externally. We're focused on what we can get, the void we can fill, the ideology we can uphold. Think about it. Think about the external focus, and then think about this. The time will come with elation. You will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you. I'll say all along, to the stranger who has loved you all along throughout the journey of your life, whom you ignored for another. You sought it somewhere else, some other time. You sought it somewhere else. You sought it at some other point in time. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit and feast on your life. This is such a powerful poem. You might not get it all now. You'll get some themes, and it's something that needs to marinate a little bit because it depends on where you are. But I will share this with you. I just intuitively in the moment here, I created a quote yesterday. It's a shorter piece of verse, if you will. And it says this. You may miss a conscious moment when it first happens. You may miss it. Maybe something happened, you miss it. But one day, it rushes back to you with a subtle profundity that changes you in an instant. You may miss your conscious moment when it first happens, but one day it may rush back to you with a subtle profundity that changes you in an instant. And that's what I like in here when he says, take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes, peel your own image from the mirror, sit, feast on your life. It's then this conscious moment of integration. You're no longer separate, you're integrated. And when you integrate here, everything out there begins to make more sense. And you're not just a boat adrift on the ocean of time with no direction home. Suddenly you can be in that state, but you feel complete direction and purpose. You transcend your circumstance. Is anybody liking this? Let me know if you got some feedback. I'm going to pause and breathe for a moment, because the whole goal here, not the whole goal, let me say this a better way. The intention with this is not to sit and meditate. It's to practice conscious moments. It's to cultivate conscious moments. I'm going to pause. Just pause and breathe. The power to stop the mind, or at least not stop the mind, let it run itself out. And say, and maybe a question arises, what does this have to teach? Or maybe there's nothing to teach. Maybe it's just pure. In this moment, when you pause, you think there's no content, you think there's nothing, but while the oceans still roar, the blood is pumping through your body. And it's in this spaciousness of the moment could reveal the greatest revelation for you. These moments of openness. We're addicted to content, and to create no content is the greatest opportunity of your life. So if you found this, congratulations. It took me a very long time, lots of pain, lots of discontent, and lots of struggle. Give yourself the gift to pause. There's a time for hustle. There's a time for all that. But what we don't do, we at least my hallucination is that we don't give ourselves the time, space, and grace to fully live. We're at a hyper rapid, uncontrollable rate. And it's ironic that the faster you live, the faster life goes. And what's important is to find your pace. What is your pace? Did you ever ask yourself, what is my pace for living? What is my pace of life? Am I living it? Or do I constantly feel this endless flow of where it never stops? Like you're going 1,000 miles an hour. The brain never stops. The thoughts, we live in a time, the thoughts never stop. And we're hyper focused on some future moment. And we give away our lives in this moment. Let me share this This is a great quote here. If you're going through a tough time, let me read this to you. However mean your life is, meet it and live it. Do not shun it and call it hard names. It is not as bad as you think. It looks poorest when you are richest. The fault finder will find faults even in paradise. Love your life. Difficult as it is, you must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this. And that was from Walden or Life in the Woods by Henry David Thoreau, written in 1854. I'm going to pause for a moment because I just want to see if anybody's listening. I don't really have a lot of feedback on here. So this is either highly engaging and you don't know what to say, or it's not engaging. So let's see. We got any comments that I missed? Would love to hear from you if this is moving you, if this is striking a chord. I'll give you a shout out here if you want to say hello. My name's Austin. And there was something else I wanted to share with you. I think it's going to hit home. I came up with this yesterday. I still got to polish it out, but I'm going to read it. It says, when the false self you created burns away and you begin to live as your true authentic self, you will lose friends, even family, especially those who benefited most from your fabricated identity or any identity that shrouded who you are at the core. Avoid being upset with these people that you attracted while you were living as your false self when they suddenly vanish or attack you. Interesting, right? When you begin to live from the deepest part of yourself, what's authentic and real, you change. You step away from the fabricated self. And when you do that, you might lose friends, you might lose family even, or creates a lot of conflict. Avoid being upset with them. Figure out a way to transcend it because they benefited maybe from that and they don't know any better. You turned yourself into something else to sustain a relationship, but then you can't, it doesn't sustain itself anymore. You grow out of that. And then you become who you really are. I should say you allow who you really are to expand out instead of shrouding it. And it changes the dynamic. And the people that you attracted, they don't know what to make of it. They're confused, especially people who just want certainty. But here's what happens. You get free. Stay present. And you begin to move forward with your life from a deeper, rooted, grounded place. You're no longer the fabrication. You're no longer the fake self. And I think it's so ironic. My stomach's growling. I think it's so ironic today of the polarity that's at play. You have this incredible polarity where you have this artificial, but what I mean is avatars, filters, like you can pretty much change yourself to look any way you want. So we have this artificial, but then we have people that are just craving authenticity. And I've had people get on here and criticize me for the way I look. You know, I I, um, I think the filters are cool. Uh, like I think I can do that now. I don't even know if I can do it now, but I think it's important to make sure people know who you really are too. Like you can play, but we're losing that authenticity, and it's kind of shows up everywhere in our the way we build our homes, the way we eat, the way our relationships are, and it's very difficult to get back to that authenticity. What's real? What's true? And nobody can tell it. There's one truth. There's one truth. It's your truth, and nobody can tell it to you or give it to you, and nobody can show you how to get there. You must get there. And even the best how-to content is lacking to your own choices and your own path. And really, all the how-to stuff does is give you perspective. It's to that authenticity. It's not going to do it for you. And there's some really good content out there too. But I think that for all of us, it's all about us finding our own path. Pause and breathe, pause and breathe, pause and breathe. Can you hear the birds chirping? Let me know if you can hear them this morning. Can you hear the birds? You hear my stomach growl. All right, we're about 22 minutes, so I'm going to end the live stream on YouTube. I trust that this is going to find the right people. Maybe not the masses. I don't know if this is going to find the masses yet, but it'll find the right people. I trust that. I trust the process, the unexpected in the moment. I'll give you a quick update before I close out the live. I am working on a poetry book. It's called Seeds of Infinitude. What I'm going to do, I'll play it. I'm going to play a little animation I have here on the YouTube. Let me play that now. If you're on TikTok, basically the animation is this, and we just animated it. These move. It's pretty cool. You can go check it out on YouTube, Austin James Haynes. But what I'm feeling intuitively, this might be my second poetry book. I have a lot of poetry, and I'm going to share a poem that I shared yesterday just because I just wrote this. And I'm thinking I have so much poetry that I might do, and let me know what you think. I thought about doing a book where I just take every poem that I wrote, because every poem, not every poem, most of them, and go in like a first draft. Because I think there's some power in this raw writing where it's not filtered or edited. It's just here it is. Like put that in a book, and then do the second book would be the Seeds of Infinitude. But let me share this. I really like this. Do you know who you are? It's a simple poem. Do you know who you are? Okay, here it goes. Do you know who you are? What shall you do? Where shall you go? How will you show? When will things flow? Ah, but why? Discover your why through what makes you feel, what makes you cry. Discover your why before you die. Discover your why. Fully live before you die. It's called, I just wrote that. It's called, Do You Know Who You Are? And I'm going to share this one again too, because I shared this yesterday. I really like this one too. If your soul was a hurricane, it would blow down the house of what you think you know. You would never be the same again. But oh, the soul only knows whispers. Stop. Listen with ears ready to receive. Somebody type something in here. I want to make sure I grab this. Dance Queen. Think about what? Did I miss your comment? Dance Queen, are you still on here? TikTok's a revolving door. It's so funny. It's like you walk into a hotel with a revolving door and then you walk right out. It's like, I'm in, I'm out. But like I said, if you get the one thing, stop, pause and breathe. If you condition that into your life will change. I believe it. All right, we're going to end the YouTube here. We're at 26 minutes. God bless everybody. My name's Austin James Haynes. Feel free to follow along. I got lots of reels, poetic reels that are up on the YouTube channel. You can see those and take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. So we'll end this one here. Have a great day. I'm going to run this till the end of the month, and then we might turn it into a weekly show. So I'm not sure yet. I need to hear from you. So, all right, everybody. So we're going to say